places where the map ends and the unknown begins, where shadows whisper and the truth hides in plain sight. Welcome to Agents of the Unexplained, the broadcast for those who seek what others fear to find. Here is your host, Bill Rigby.
Bill Rigby leads the way into the strange. Whispers in the static, truth inside.
Well, good evening. Dave Lager, the one and only, he's here. But anyhow, I got several things I want to say real quick, and then I'm going to bring our guest on, Mr. Awesome, John Fuquay. But here, let me put this in the chat. If it'll go, there it goes. That's the link to my ebook. We're having problems get fit into a paperback. They got all these parameters. I can't get it done. And it's very interesting to do that. All right. Hey, Grip. BJ, you are here. Now, I can make this one announcement that I've been waiting to do all stupid day. Hi, Barney. It's good to see you out there, too. Now, I hope it's not clear. Maybe because I'm kind of all congested. But are you just messing with me because I didn't tell you what I was going to talk about. But, no, seriously. BJ, put the link up, please. Because, yes, we're proud of you. She made the, I'm going to say it wrong. It's mainly a tourism page or magazine for the state of Pennsylvania, and she made it in it for her books. And they gave one hell of a great article about her, and we're so proud of her. VJ, you go, lady. You deserve it. So put the link up to that. I want the people to read it. Now, we got a lot of stuff we got to go through with John. It's too long. Well, tell them where they can find it. Because we got a lot of stuff to go through. You deserved all the recognition, BJ. Like I said, we're really proud of you, and you deserve it. But John has some old stuff we're going to talk about. We got some really recent stuff we're going to talk about. John doesn't look like a hardcore researcher, but he is. He is. Let me bring him on. Hey, buddy. You there? Uh-oh.
Okay, how about now?
They're here.
Here we are. I muted my mic and couldn't turn it back on. Hey, Bill, thank you. I'm very humble about that. Thank you, sir.
You deserve it, brother. You are a great researcher. You got a lot of stuff you're dealing with, and I'm impressed. I really am.
Thank you, Bill.
And you do a lot of research out there. You try to document it all. But all right, for some of the ones that did not catch them before, tell them who you are, John.
Okay. Yeah, it's great to be back on with you, Bill. My name is John Fuquay. I'm originally from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm now located about 30 miles south of Raleigh. And we lived in this town for 4 years now, my wife and I, and I'm very live in very close proximity to this particular state park that's been my area of interest for a number of years now. So it's very convenient. So I'm able to get out there and do more research when time allows.
Hey, you got some great activity there too.
Yes, it's very active.
You really do, and I'm very, very impressed with it. You know, especially with these pictures you sent me. Um, well, let me get over to it. We're going to get started on them. If I get down to them. There we go. We're going to start with number 1. I did number them. The numbers ain't in order, though.
Oh, yeah, that's number 1. That's from January of 2022. This was right after we relocated to this area from Raleigh, and that's actually a power line cut. That's the easement area along that road there in the state park, and I nearly ran over it. You know, got out. It was a rainy day. It later turned to ice, and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing there. Yeah, the toes look pretty pointy, if you will. I wear a size 9 just for reference, and
You got small feet.
yeah, I know. Small hands, small feet for someone that's 5'10". Yeah.
But anyhow, I'll jump to number 2, and you can really say about.
Okay, that's my most recent discovery about a week ago, when I was in that same area of the park where I had heard all the knocks, recorded those knocks the day after Christmas. I just saw it, and I thought, well, is this a broken off tree? And I went over and just yanked it right out. It's good 4 to 5 inches. And I didn't send you the right photograph, I suppose, but the tip of it, Bill, looks like it was pointy. You know, it was not connected to a root whatsoever. So it was shoved into that normally hard soil.
Yeah, and Mary Fabian found one like that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as big a stick as that, but it was dark out, and I tripped over it. But then we put the spotlights up in the tree. You could not tell where it came from. So something slammed it into the ground there. Don't know what or who, but that's where it went.
Right.
All right, this one is footprint.
Mm-hmm. That's a week after Christmas. I was in that same area where I'd heard the knocks. And that's just right off of the path I was on in that area, the one that runs alongside that creek.
It's kind of hard to see on my screen, but I can make it out. I'm not sure if everyone else can, but then we got this one.
Yeah, same creek, just on the other side of the bridge. I discovered that. I stood under it and took a selfie. So I'm 5'10". I would estimate that's 7 to 8 feet up from the ground, and perfectly horizontal. And
Okay,
it like it was
I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate, but any trees up above those that look like it's broke out of and fell down into that position?
Yeah, I should have sent you the photograph of that. No, I did pan up with my camera and took several shots of the trees above that. Nothing up there could support that kind of weight.
Right.
No, nothing. Okay. Kind of thinned out.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to throw that out there because someone could say that. But I didn't want that to just be left out there to hang for people to say stuff. Let me find 5. Oh, it's over here. Boom. Yeah, there it is again, a little closer. And you can see on the right side over here, like it was ripped out of a tree.
You notice how thin those trees are.
Yes.
Same diameter as some of those trees surrounding it. So there's nothing
saplings surrounding it.
Saplings, yes.
And so, and like you said, this was December. So that's all I'm going to say. It was December. So you know the saps ain't up holding the tree up. It's number 6. Different angle, a little bit of it.
Right. Emphasize that it was a separate tree. It wasn't attached to anything. It's just
Right.
a tree. Just
You can see it on the right side where it was ripped off of a tree.
mm-hmm.
So, but when you came up to this stuff, what was your reaction?
Well, as my British friends would say, I was gobsmacked by that tree, and also, well, the knocks, the shoved-in stick, the print, the knocks I've heard in the past in that same area. Not the same amount of knocks that I heard the day after Christmas. Not that prolific amount of knocks
Right.
in that rhythmic pattern that was going on. Nothing like that before. But I have heard knocks on either side of that road, deep down in the woods. I think I've heard a few whoops every now and then. So it's an active hot spot, Bill. And about a mile from there is where I saw the critter, the dark figure, as I called it then, in 2022.
Wait a minute. Let me. Okay, where in the heck are they? I lost the other ones. Where in the heck they go? Wait a minute. The ones with the critters and that are gone on here.
Uh-oh.
I had them all loaded. Yeah, I was showing you.
Yeah.
And this only goes up to 9. What happened? It won't go clean to the top either. I don't know what happened. StreamYard's screwing me up.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting mad.
Yeah.
Okay, we were on number 6. We're going 7, 8, and 9 yet. And that's what I got.
That's that print. You can see, I didn't see a metatarsal break, but there's that little ridge.
With all his leaves.
Yeah, I pulled the leaves back as soon as I saw it. Yeah. You see toe definition and that little ridge behind the toes where they propel themselves forward.
Yep.
The toes in. Yeah.
And here's a little better picture of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, kind of a side-by-side comparison, if you will.
Yeah.
Again, I wear a 9.
Yep.
Something large made that.
I'd like to know what happened here to all my pictures, my overlays. They disappeared. Dave says StreamYard has been screwing up a lot lately.
Oh.
So, yeah, it ain't those pictures. And I really wanted to show you the figures. Right.
Oh, my. Is it possible to download them again?
No.
Okay.
Not without getting out of here.
Right, gotcha.
Or I would.
Well, I'm sorry.
I am too, because those were interesting. Because you could actually, if you look close enough, you can tell it was a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You know, it's definitely a Bigfoot. You can tell.
Yeah. Well, in fact,
I know. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see
okay.
if I can find them.
Sure. Take a swim. Meanwhile.
Nope, I can't. Dave used StreamYard too for his podcast, and they've been disappearing on him. They shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to send in a complaint. I pay good money for this.
Okay. I know. I don't blame
Oh,
you.
all right. Let me see.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
okay.
Oh, yes. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to number 10.
Okay.
And better yet, I'll do all these at once.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. The remaining 2 apples from the.
From the gifting.
Yeah. That was last year in that same area where I heard the knocks, probably a mile from that area where the creek is, where I heard the knock. Yeah.
And
I think I had 5 to begin with.
let me.
Okay.
That's where they were.
That's where they were.
But the problem there, okay, yeah, just the apples. You can't actually say it was Bigfoot that took them
Mm-hmm.
because, heck, a raccoon,
Yeah.
a deer, you get porcupine. You
Yeah.
just don't know. But it makes you really wonder. I always buy a small jar of Jiffy peanut butter.
Right.
Smallest jar you can get. Open it up, pull the seal off, sit the seal down next to where you put in the jar because it got a little peanut butter on it, the smell. Put the lid on, crank it as tight as you can. It needs opposable thumbs.
Yeah, they do. Interesting.
So, we can, and I have found where the peanut butter jar is gone, you
Right.
find the seal thrown off to the side there, but then we found the jar over that way, way over, and then over that way was the lid. So, it's interesting.
Oh, indeed, it is.
So, Dave says I can do,
Dave says he ate it.
yep. All right, let me do this. All right, I'm going to do, come on. Oh, this is a pain in the butt. All right, go ahead. It's only going to let me do that one. That's more of the 5 apples, and which is great.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, that's on the same tree that gifted the apples at the base of it, right there at the root ball.
that folks, those are quartz stones that were stacked there, which is neat.
It is.
That gifting tree area is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do this. We're going to jump down Oh, it's, for some reason, Dave, it's only letting me do it one at a time. So Dave says you can do up to 10, but it's only letting me do one at a time.
Oh yeah, that's a zoomed in, heavily pixelated
Yes.
possible squatch, dating back to 2022, the summertime. It was at the edge of darkness, and I heard movement off in the tree line at the parking lot area, the same area where earlier that year in April, where I had the visual on that side
Right.
of the park. Yeah.
There's number 2. That you see it a little more clear. Let me see if I can find the one. That's wrong. Hit the wrong thing. Of course I would. Let's see. Image file. Boom.
Yeah.
All right, now you can see the face a little more. Now, folks, yeah, it's very fuzzy, Bonnie, because they zoomed in as far as they can zoom in on the picture itself, and it pixelated it. But the white spots, the upper ones is the eye sockets. The lower one's the mouth. You see the conical shaped head. It's interesting. Now, what year was this?
2022, the summertime.
Okay. Yeah, because that. Three. Now, this is really zoomed in and very hard to tell.
That leaves room for the possibility of anything there, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people will say, "Oh, look, pareidolia."
Oh, you're right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's people. Let me jump up to number 8 and see what that is.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh yeah, that's the zoomed in. I'm glad you found it.
Yeah.
Somebody did that for me. One of my friends. I did.
If you look in between the 2 trees, folks, you can see it standing in there. All right, I'm going to go. Let's see. Image from. And there. You can actually see it right there.
And that's Matt. Thank you, Matt. I want to acknowledge Matt Hooper. Yeah. He took my friends have taken my photographs and have done this for me, the best to their ability, and they did a marvelous job.
And this is about as clear as you're going to get.
Yeah.
Now, Bonnie, that is a figure of a Bigfoot. There in the middle.
And
There. But the thing is, that's all in the same general area you go all the time.
It sure is. For a better part of 4 years now.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They're there.
They're there.
Like they are here. You know, they are here.
Mm-hmm.
Some people laugh at me. Yeah. Too much experience in this area here. They can laugh all they want.
Certainly.
Sparky, he has a lot of experience around here too, and he's out there because he's trying to shove a Mountain Dew on the screen somewhere. Tell me, put the Dr. Pepper down. He knows that ain't happening. Yeah. So these newer experience, the latest ones. Yeah. What kind of reaction do you have in with your sensory with it?
Fear, basically. Fear. But somehow I managed to overcome those fears. I think it's curiosity that propels me forward, you know. It's
Yes.
like almost like an addiction. But when I'm out there real time in the moment and know I'm alone, except for the presence of the Lord, I'm all alone usually for the most part. Yeah, it's a frightening experience. That one you just showed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I was in that area seeing some of the things I believe they do, like placing pieces of quartz and granite on deadfall and so forth. And I've been investigating that area for weeks. And so I leave that parking lot and head on down that service road, kind of an abandoned service road, pretty much. And I hear a branch break off to my left as I'm headed down to check out that piece of granite on that tree, that deadfall. And something scurrying off at an angle through the woods, and I keep hearing movement. Then I just, something told me, just stop and take a picture, film that rock on that tree, just because it's like a continual, I'm sorry, Bill, it's a continual, like a vlog, you know, just
Right.
documenting everything constantly, like a journal, video journal. And I turn around and to leave, and I keep hearing something down there, and I said, well, wait a minute, that looks something out of place there was going through my mind. That's when I kind of knelt down and zoomed in with my smartphone camera, and that's what I have, and that explains the heavy pixelation. But it was still as a statue. I don't think it was moving a bit, and it startled me because I was there alone. I still had at least 0.3 of a mile, 0.2 to 0.3 of a mile to get back to the parking lot.
Well, how far away was it from you?
I think 200 yards easily.
Okay.
Down slope. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't as close as mine, thank goodness.
Yeah,
I was out of curiosity pushing you forward. I fear had been pushing you back.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it did me.
Yeah. That's right. It's yeah.
Bonnie, they would pick you up, cuddle you, and think you're the sweetest lady out there. I don't want to run into one when I'm alone.
No, I don't blame you, Bonnie.
Mm.
It's a frightening experience, yes.
Yeah, and we're very, very skeptic when we're looking at pictures and that. But with yours, I did question you on a couple of them, and just playing devil advocate because I trust your judgment on that. But I wanted to play devil's advocate, so
Certainly. It's a healthy thing to do. I try to do that the best I can. I know it can be subjective when you're out there in the moment, but you look back in retrospect, you really have to be more objective and rule out every possibility.
yep, be a skeptic.
Yeah, be a skeptic, right?
You want to rule out it is a Bigfoot. When you come out to where it possibly is, even though we don't see it doing it, but it wasn't this, or this. So it's a very good possibility it was.
Yes.
And that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
uh, on these tree structures, I scrutinize those real close, because it could be a number of things with them. It could be the weather, it could be animal, man-made, nature.
Yes.
And like that horizontal branch that was going across.
Mm-hmm.
I played a little bit of a devil advocate with myself with it, till I saw where it was ripped off of another tree.
Right.
And that's why I questioned, was there anything up above that it looked like it came from? And your answer was, what there?
No.
Like you said, there wasn't nothing that big around that far up to do that.
No.
Plus, it came down on saplings in December, where the sap is down into the roots. It's not in the tree itself. There is a little bit, but not enough to hold that up.
Right.
So,
yeah,
that's an interesting one.
Yeah, it was very heavy. I mean, it has to be very heavy, and just there was nowhere for it to fall. I mean, it had to have been placed there the way I see it. I analyzed that whole area, examined that whole area, even saw some impression in the leaf litter right underneath it.
Right.
So yeah, I just wish I had all the pictures to show you.
I wish you did too.
Yeah, I know.
But
Right.
I'm going to say this. I'm putting in the comment section is the link to my ebook. I've been running in problems getting the parameters done for the paperback. I was hoping it'd be out already. I'm praying to goodness that I'll have it out by March, but I don't know. Trying to fix those parameters I could have shot myself over it. So frustrating. Thought I had it and I didn't. So I'm going to hire someone to do it.
Yeah. By the way, Bill, your book is great. It's I just read it. It's marvelous. It's just
Thank you.
Full of
That's the short version.
Yeah.
The short version. That's how they had me do it. I don't know why. But now if we get the paperback in its parameters, I will be blasting it everywhere. I will have a bunch of copies with me when I go to different events.
Nice.
Pay for the book, get a free autograph.
Nice.
That's at events only.
At events only. Yeah. Because I was going to ask you, would you autograph me a copy?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, well, thank you.
And send it to you. I definitely would.
Bless you. Thank you, Bill. It's great. You put your heart into it, the way you recount your experiences. I just love it.
Yeah. And the reality of it all is I still, did I really see this? Type deal. But, I got justification with thinking that. And then I got Mike Bennett, who saw it running down over the hill from me. So, as I was running backwards, of course. But, and like he said, he saw it. And so now that's justification for me saying, yeah, I did see it.
Certainly.
And so in them, the one restaurant I go to, did you really see it? Why should I say anything? Uh, I ain't gonna lie to you, and I don't care if you believe me or not. I know what I saw. I know my reaction, and that reaction is what really got me. Because I got scared first time in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too, Bill. That first, the picture you showed, that was April of 2022. In January of 2021, about almost a year and a half earlier, it's where I had my first visual that we talked about last time.
Right.
That's the one I went home crying to my wife, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a tough guy. I don't cry. Yes, I did. A month or so later, I went to where a group of Bigfooters were all getting together just to socialize. From Indiana, West Virginia, Ohio, PA. I was invited to it. Then Amy Boo asked me if I'd tell them about my sighting. And to everyone at the campfire that evening, which was a big campfire ring. And I'm going to say there was about 30 of us there. And I thought about it, and I went, yeah, I guess I could. She was good. She says, I'll introduce you because there's several people that you haven't met yet that's here. Oh, okay. And she got up and she says, for the ones that haven't met, Bill Rigby's here. And we invited him because he's a pretty good guy and we like him and he fits in with us all. But I asked him because he had a sighting very, very recently. And he kind of hesitated, but he said, yes, he'll tell you about his sighting. Yeah, I did hesitate.
Sure.
But yeah, I ended up telling him. But man, it was a shorter version. But now, don't laugh at that, Sparky. Laugh at that because he's pretty good. Yeah. I owe you too now, Spark. But me and this gentleman became really good friends. And he got up right after me and started talking about his sighting, where one come bluff charging across the pond at him, and it was flying through the pond. Oh yeah, I did that too. Let me put it up for everyone to read. But the way he wanted the details was freaking me out. And all I could think of, I got my head down listening to him. And it was totally freaking me out because it was so graphic and how so fearful. And I'm thinking, nothing wanted to tear them up. Of course, they told me ran. And the tears started rolling down my face, thinking, if that thing wanted to get me, it would have had me. At 15 feet away, it would have had me. And that, me and Joe talked the next day about it. And I told him, I said, you had me crying. He says, why? Yours was real close. I says, but mine wasn't as like yours. Mine wasn't aggressive. I says, and all I could think of was if it was aggressive, what would happen to me? I'd been tore apart.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And I'd be on one of those 411 shows. So, that got me out, starting to speak about my sighting.
Right.
And
You've done a lot in 4 years, Bill. An awful lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 I got a lot of people to thank. Sparky's one. I've been out with him a few times, and it's great being out with him. Leslie Dell and Jamie King. We were out 2 years ago together in April. It just came up in my timeline and his as a memory.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Old Fred Cerullo gave me a lot of information. And actually, my presentations this year is one of his stuff that he gave me to do one with. And I'm doing that. I'll be doing that at that psychic fair in April, 26th and 27th, I think. Let me get my calendar here. No, 18th and 19th of April. And I got to keep that going. I'm going to be doing that presentation. And I'll do it down at Gretchen Fest. I'll change it up a little bit. But, the paranormal Bigfoot. Bigfoot's paranormal. I don't know if he's an interdimensional or extraterrestrial or just flesh and blood. And I tell people that. Well, you read it in the book. Mm-hmm. I can't say what it is. Even though I had that sighting. What do you think it is?
Right. I think at first, 4 years ago, I thought flesh and blood. But now, as time moves on, I'm thinking more into the realm of paranormal or Ron Moorhead's quantum squatch, Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm open to a lot of possibilities, whereas 4 years ago I wouldn't have been.
Right.
And just based on my own experiences, some unexplainable, inexplicable experiences that I could relate to you. In that same area a few years ago, Bill, I had a smartphone, and being an Elvis Presley fan, proud of that actually, I had the suspicious.
Can I tell you something about Elvis?
Sure.
He left the building.
Yes, I know he. His legacy continues on globally.
Yeah.
But
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. I've been a fan since childhood, but I had this ringtone, and it went off. I didn't silence my phone, which I try to do when I'm out in the field, and just blasting all over Suspicious Minds. So I go back later, and this friend of mine, Matt Hooper, and I went to investigate that area where it had the sighting that you just showed. There was EP and little pebbles just stamped. Yeah, it just went home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It just stamped into that hard, just muddy, clay-colored
Right.
substrate, basically. Now, how did that I connected the two things? So I think that's when it really started to dawn on me. There's something more than flesh and blood going on here. And I've had my electronics screwed up too in my vehicle.
A lot of people have their electronics screwed up out in the woods. And
in the woods, right? Battery strained. I've had that.
Yeah. How can you say what it is? And that's where I get mad at a lot of people. And I know a lot of them out here that's heard me say this, but open up your damn minds. Quit being so closed minded. I don't give a crap if you're in flesh and blood. I don't give a crap if you're in a dimensional group. I don't care. Bonnie, you might be right.
I think she's right, Bill. I agree with her. Yes, sir.
She might be right because, I did an investigation up in Mercer, PA, and Sparky, who did the other one? Was that Jamie or was it Brian or you? That were the footprints? They were walking behind the place. The tree lines was 75 yards to the left. The house 50 yards to the right. Uh, no outbuildings, no trees in line there, and the footprints stopped.
Mm.
They didn't backtrack. They're in 12 inches of snow. I can't remember exactly right now.
Mm.
They just stopped. That was it. Where'd they go? If they jumped, you would have found prints way up or to one side or the other.
Mm.
You didn't find any. So they could be interdimensional. Or Scotty might have beamed the one up. I don't know.
Is it a possibility both things could be true simultaneously, flesh and blood, and those that are interdimensional?
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. That's right.
Yeah. Sparky wants to know what got you looking for it.
That's a good question, Sparky. I stumbled upon it almost literally in 2001 when I visited this same state park just for the purpose of fishing at the river, just fishing along the bank, shore fishing, and so it required going down this pretty primitive trail to get there, about a mile long, and start hearing all these loud vocalizations, an exchange. I don't want to. I know the phrase guttural, and deep guttural is maybe overused, but that's essentially what I experienced. So I mistook it for hikers on another trail, but it was so loud and just the sound just permeated your body, the vibration from it, as I recall, and in a language I didn't recognize. So I assumed they were visitors there from another nation, another country, and then I ordered the Ron Moorhead Sierra Sounds and played those, and then there were certain elements of that, sections of that CD set that really matched up, corresponded to what I had heard. Then I volunteered a few years later at this park and talked with the coordinator about that certain area where I'd heard these vocalizations, and she pretty much confirmed it. Though she didn't acknowledge Bigfoot, she leaned toward paranormal, but it was the same streams of. I'm sorry, Bill. Got to get in my thought. I hadn't thought about this in a while.
That's fine.
It's the same type of vocal exchange, the same loudness, the same language. She thought it sounded like a blend of Gaelic and Native American, which would have been the Sippehaw in this area at that time, nation. So
can I say something to that one?
Sure.
When you're saying the Gaelic and Native type, you hear that a lot from people.
Yeah,
you do.
Okay.
So I don't want to say it's being overused. I think people are being very honest about it.
Right.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. But I guess it's not overused. And when you sometimes I have a limited vocabulary with these things. I don't know I just use the same words and phrases over and over. But it really does aptly describe what I experience out there. And so that's what began my journey. And then in 2007, a year after my volunteer period, it's funny, almost a year of 7 months of volunteering at this park, I would be out there alone quite a bit, working on trailblazes and all kind of tasks. Never had an experience. I go back a year later. Then I'm paralleled in a very remote area of that park. And then later that year, in that same corridor, power line cut, where the first picture you showed, where I nearly demolished the print with my tire, Uh, Something humongous dropped down from a tree, I suppose. Anyway, it went down an embankment. I startled it with my digital camera I had, just taking a picture of some deer grazing in the corridor. And it just bolted on like 90 clip down the side of a deep slope, breaking branches, crunching the forest floor, all the way.
Yeah.
So I just put two and two together. Later on, I'd heard knocks at another location, one across that same river, one being answered back behind me. This is at a dam upstream, upriver there. This is along the Cape Fear River, Bill, in North Carolina. And it's like I was on a quest from that point going forward, and then investigating the woods, mainly at two state parks, that one and the one we talked about earlier, Johnny Tucker at Medoc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had a visual there, but I've had some experiences. And another area close to another major river system, I've had some experiences with those roars, as I call them. I shared with you earlier. I don't guess you can get that up right now, but that's okay. And so the journey continues, Bill.
Yeah.
It just piqued my interest many years ago. And so I go through phases with it, I guess. But I do tell you that I've become more and more trepidatious every time I go out. I'm not as brave and bold as I was, say, even 4 years ago.
You're getting older.
I'm getting older. I think that's what it is. Yeah. But I just love the subject, and
Yeah.
I feel very blessed, actually, to have had these experiences, and they continue. It's almost like, why me? Why am I? I'm just a guy out there, that stumbled upon this. So.
Well, there could be several reasons why. One, that you're marked by them. I've heard that. You're just going in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Right near where I found the trackway at, Sparky, Jamie, and I walked that beach clean down around. We're standing at the one area. I swear I saw one up around the trees, but you couldn't really tell. I took two different pictures, that area, and one you can see a little bit of a shape of trying to peek around a tree, but you couldn't really tell what it was. And the other one didn't have any. So, here's another question from Sparky. Do you think they recognize you?
I think they do now. I think they did, and when I volunteered on the other side of the river, that park is split into equestrian part. That's my local hangout for the past 4 years, basically, and the main area, I call it, where the main trails are and attractions as far as campgrounds. I think they do recognize me, especially on this northern end where the equestrian trails are. After 4 years of frequent visitation there, I definitely think they recognize me. And I don't think they view me as someone that would harm them, basically.
Oh, you'd know if they thought that.
Yeah, I would know. Right?
Yeah. And
I feel like
Sparky, I believe they do recognize some of you visiting that area on a regular basis. Like out at the Turkey Trail, I was going out there all the time.
Yeah.
But I kind of announced myself every time I went out there, unless I was with other people, but I do it normally. The thing is that the one time I had so much on my mind, I was frustrated, I just wanted to clear my head. I'd start walking in, I was walking down. Well, the one area, there was no trees on the left. You had trees, no trees, and trees again. But you always had these whole line of trees going down on the right, walking down the turkey trail. I'm right near, I'm going to say 20, 25 feet from the edge of that, where there's no trees at, going to the tree line. I'm about 25 feet from that.
Mhm.
And honest God, to the left there, I heard the loudest tree knock I ever heard. It was like it was right next to me. There's no trees there.
Wow.
So I started apologizing to him. Said, I'm sorry, it's me. I know I should have announced myself, but I didn't. I apologize. I got so much on my mind. I'm trying to clear my head.
Mm-hmm.
I go on down where the other tree line is at. I go down so far down there, and I always cut in on the left, go down across the gully and head on in. And I had a spot I sit at. And, I didn't hear nothing. And I mean nothing. The whole time I sat in there, I was in there for over an hour. Finally, I said, okay, I'm getting out of here. By the time I got out to the trail, I started hearing birds. I went, He was there keeping everyone quiet.
Yeah.
Yep, he was mad at me. And I tell you what, I never went in there again without announcing myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they recognize it, and I think I ticked them off because I didn't say it was me.
Yeah. You acknowledge them. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
I should do that more, actually. I don't care what people think of me. I should do that. Yeah.
if you're going in with other people, you can do it
Right.
mentally.
Right.
I believe that works.
Yes.
Do they mind speak? I don't know. Some people say they can. You heard that, haven't you?
I've experienced infrasound, I do believe, Bill.
Yes.
Yeah, because I got disoriented trying to connect.
Yeah.
Where that rock on that tree is, I overuse that, but that's where I had the sighting.
Yeah.
I went and explored that area. This was last year, and I knew it was going to connect with the other loop. There's the eastern loop and western loop. They're 4 miles in circumference. They're two trails for equestrian
Right.
bikers. I knew it was the easy way over there, but I got all of a sudden disoriented in that same area where I had the sighting. And by the time I made it to the trail, what I thought was a trail, it was like I was a mile away. What should have been a short distance, I ended up a mile back, way
Mhm.
on that opposing trail, and a long ways back to my car. And I thought, what happened? And I've experienced tinnitus ever since then too, and ear problems, sinus problems like never before in my life. So I think they may be related.
Possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I got the 3 years ago out at the little farm Debbie Craig and I was at. I got hit with infrasound there. 99, 2000 bear hunting. I ended up 3/4 of a mile to the west of where I was going south, walking in the woods. And I'm looking around like, where am I? I don't hear the river. I don't hear the trains. Nothing. That's down over the mountain there. You always heard it where I was headed. I'm looking around totally dazed and confused. Don't know how I got there. I don't know where in the hell I'm at.
Yeah.
Another hunk I'm walking up. I go, where's Bear Cave Cabin at? If you go to the mall that way,
Wow.
I said, man, did I get turned around?
Yeah.
I walked straight back up there, went to my vehicle, put the gun in the back end, got in and went home. I go walking in, and my ex-wife now, she goes, you done already? Yeah, I got lightheaded and everything got turned around up there. I'm done. I'm just going to bed. Yeah, I did. At that time, I did not know about the infrasound.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I'd heard of it, but I never
Yeah,
had. I mean, I may have had a few experiences, low doses of it, but this
right.
was definitely, I think,
Yes.
strong. That they were disorienting me, so I can share the same,
Yes, you
essentially the
can.
same experience with you. Hmm, yeah, maybe sticks leaned up against trees, like the kind they shove into the ground. We talked about earlier. Yeah, just a broken off stick, stripped down, just leaning up against a tree. Not necessarily trail side, but in some of these off trail places I go to. That's yeah. And the experiment I did with marbles a few years ago, the marbles would be rearranged and some taken, and that may be considered gifting. A little rock placed on that bridge area where I've had all these recent experiences. A rock placed on one of the pylons, with, and it was just a little flower underneath the rock, and the rock was holding it down. So I think that was gifting. So
Good possibility.
yeah,
Uh,
possibility.
but anyhow, it's after 8, John.
Okay.
Folks, we're going to get out of here. Uh, Beth's been having a bad couple of days, and I'm not feeling good myself tonight. Um, so we're going to kind of cut it a little bit short. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and I especially want to thank John for all his insights here. Um, it's greatly appreciated, and all you folks out there is greatly. You did gift me a Mountain Dew. My grandson enjoyed it.
Well,
Uh, my
right.
my buddy Sparky.
Yeah. Right.
Uh,
Definitely.
hey, you're welcome, DJ. Thank you, Gary, Sparky. Uh, I believe Johnny Freeman's out there on the Facebook side. I'm not sure if he's still out there or not. And everyone that tuned in, we had a bunch of different ones tuning in. You all take care. You all stay safe, stay warm. Even though it's warming up here, it's still cold. It was 53 yesterday, John.
What was the temperature yesterday?
53.
53. It was 66 here, which was like summertime. After
Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. Guess what it is today?
In the 40s, maybe? Nope.
Lower. Lower.
30s, 20s.
20s, and it might have hit 30. Might have.
Wow.
But anyhow,
Yeah.
you all take care. We'll be talking to you all soon. Next week, we got Joe Blackburn on. Got to check him out. He's a paranormal guy. And the following Wednesday, the 25th, we will have Jimmy and Diane will be on from Goosebumps Paranormal. So get ready, folks. And thanks again, John.
Thank you, Bill. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
This has been the Agents of the Unexplained Paranormal Podcast. Please like, follow, and share on all social media. And remember, the truth is out there.
Bill Rigby leads the way into the strange.